The Tethered Worlds. Unraveling the Secrets of Interdimensional Portals. In a remote laboratory nestled within the mountains, a team of brilliant scientists worked tirelessly on an ambitious and groundbreaking project. They sought to unlock the secrets of the universe by exploring the theoretical possibility of multiple dimensions. Led by Dr. Eleanor Collins, a renowned physicist, the team made a breakthrough discovery, finding evidence of an interdimensional energy signature. As they delved deeper into their research, they began to develop a machine capable of harnessing this energy and, they hoped, opening a portal to another dimension. As the machine neared completion, anticipation and excitement filled the laboratory. The team knew that if they were successful, they would forever change humanity's understanding of the universe. Little did they know, their discovery would lead them down a path far more incredible and terrifying than they ever imagined. On the day the machine was activated, the laboratory buzzed with nervous energy. Dr. Collins, together with her colleagues, Dr. James Henson and Dr. Sarah Kim, carefully monitored the machine's progress as it began to generate the interdimensional energy field. To their amazement, the energy formed a shimmering portal, swirling with vibrant colors and pulsating with power. As they stared in awe at the portal, they suddenly noticed something extraordinary. Creatures and objects from the other dimension began to emerge. Some of the beings were breathtakingly beautiful, unlike anything they had ever seen, while others were nightmarish and terrifying. It quickly became clear that they had unwittingly unleashed forces beyond their comprehension. The scientists knew they had to act quickly, both to study these beings and to protect humanity from the potential dangers they represented. And so, the adventure began. As the beings from the other dimension continued to emerge, the scientists scrambled to establish a containment area around the portal, hoping to prevent any dangerous creatures from escaping into the world. Despite the inherent risks, Dr. Collins and her team were driven by an insatiable curiosity to study and understand these new visitors. As the days passed, they began to catalog and classify the various beings and objects that emerged from the portal. Some appeared to possess an intelligence that matched or even exceeded humanity's, while others were more animalistic in nature. They also discovered objects with strange, otherworldly properties that defied explanation. Realizing the potential impact of their discovery, the scientists decided to keep their work a secret, fearing the consequences of revealing the existence of the portal and its inhabitants to the world. They continued their research in isolation, studying the beings and their behavior, and learning more about the mysterious dimension from which they came. Meanwhile, the portal remained open and active, its swirling vortex a constant reminder of the power they had unleashed. As more beings emerged, it became apparent that the scientists had only scratched the surface of what lay beyond the portal. It seemed that with each new arrival, the stakes grew higher, and the balance between wonder and terror became increasingly precarious. Dr. Collins and her team soon found themselves grappling with moral and ethical questions, as they struggled to determine the best course of action. Should they continue to study these extraordinary beings and their dimension, risking potential dangers to humanity? Or should they attempt to close the portal, cutting off all contact with the other dimension and the knowledge it held? As they debated their options, the team became increasingly divided, their differing opinions threatening to tear them apart. The weight of their responsibility weighed heavily on their shoulders, and they knew they needed to make a decision before it was too late. Despite their internal disagreements, the team continued to study the beings and artifacts from the other dimension. One day, as Dr. Collins was examining a seemingly ordinary object that had come through the portal, she stumbled upon an incredible discovery. The object, a small, intricately carved device, began to emit a soft, pulsating light when she touched it in a certain way. As she experimented further, she realized that the device was somehow able to manipulate the very fabric of reality, creating temporary portals that allowed her to glimpse into the other dimension. Excited by her discovery, Dr. Collins shared her findings with the rest of the team. This revelation sparked new hope and curiosity among them, as they saw the potential for a deeper understanding of the other dimension and the beings that inhabited it. They began to experiment with the device, using it to gather more information and establish contact with the intelligent beings from the other world. Through these interactions, the scientists learned that the beings were just as curious about humanity and Earth as the team was about them and their dimension. A tentative bond formed between the two groups, and they began to exchange knowledge and technology, making extraordinary advances in both worlds. As their understanding of the other dimension grew, the scientists began to realize the full potential of their discovery. The other world held resources, knowledge, and technologies that could revolutionize Earth and dramatically improve the lives of its inhabitants. The possibilities seemed endless, and the team was left to wonder if they had stumbled upon humanity's salvation. But with great power comes great responsibility, and the scientists soon found themselves facing an even more difficult decision. Should they share their discovery with the world, risking the potential exploitation and destruction of the other dimension? Or should they maintain their secret, keeping the wonders of the other world hidden from the rest of humanity? As the team continued to learn from their interdimensional counterparts, they became increasingly aware of the delicate balance that existed between the two dimensions. They realized that the very act of opening the portal had set off a chain reaction, causing ripples throughout both worlds that threatened to destabilize the fabric of reality itself. This newfound understanding led the scientists to the agonizing realization that they could not simply close the portal and walk away. The damage had already been done, and it was now their responsibility to find a way to repair the damage and restore the balance between the two dimensions. Meanwhile, news of the portal and the otherworldly beings began to leak, sparking intense debate and fear among the public. Governments and powerful corporations clamored for access to the other dimension, desperate to exploit its resources and technology for their own gain. The team found themselves under increasing pressure to reveal their secrets, even as they struggled to protect the fragile balance between the worlds. As the situation grew more and more dire, the team decided to take a bold and dangerous step. With the help of their interdimensional allies, they devised a plan to create a series of hidden portals throughout the world, connecting the two dimensions in a way that would allow for the safe exchange of knowledge and resources while preventing widespread exploitation and destruction. With this network of secret portals in place, the team hoped to protect the other dimension from the worst of humanity's greed while still allowing for the potential benefits of their discovery to be shared with the world. But they knew that this solution was far from perfect, and that maintaining the balance between the dimensions would be a constant struggle. As the scientists and their otherworldly allies worked together to implement their plan, they were forced to confront the reality that they could never truly control or predict the consequences of their actions. The fate of both worlds hung in the balance, and the success or failure of their efforts would have far-reaching implications that would echo through the fabric of reality itself. As our story comes to its open-ended conclusion, we invite you to let your imagination take the reins. How do you think the story should end? What fate awaits the scientists and the beings from the other dimension? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's see how different minds envision the resolution of this thrilling tale. Thank you for watching this episode of Wonders of the Unknown. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more mysteries with us, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you'll stay updated on our latest thrilling tales of mystery and science fiction. Until our next adventure, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown.